A quarter may be worth only 25 cents, but before it reaches your pocket, it has been through a furnace hot enough to soften metal, a cleaning process, and a press powerful enough to stamp a detailed design in a split second. So how does a giant coil of metal become the loose change in your car, a vending machine, or the bottom of your wallet? This is what happens inside the U.S. Mint. Most of the coins Americans use every day are made at mint facilities in Philadelphia and Denver. The story starts long before a coin reaches the factory floor. First, an approved design is turned into steel dies. These are the tools that carry the image of the coin, the portrait, the date, the lettering, and every tiny detail that has to appear clearly on the finished piece. Then the metal arrives. For coins such as nickels, dimes, quarters, half dollars, and dollar coins, the mint receives huge coils of metal made to the exact specifications for each denomination. Some coils are about 1,500 feet long, roughly the length of 4 football fields lined up end to end. The coil is fed through a machine that straightens it before it enters a blanking press. The blanking press works like a massive cookie cutter. It punches out thousands of flat metal discs every minute. These plain discs are called blanks. At this stage, they do not look like money. There is no portrait, no date, and no raised edge. They are just smooth circles of metal. The sheet left behind is called webbing. It looks like a long strip full of holes. The mint does not throw it away. It is shredded and recycled. Next, the blanks head to the annealing furnace. This is where the metal is prepared for the hardest part of the process. Inside the furnace, the blanks can be heated to as much as 1,600 degrees Fahrenheit. They're not being melted, they are being softened. That matters because a hard piece of metal could crack when a detailed design is pressed into it. Annealing changes the metal so it can be shaped more easily and hold the design properly. The furnace has very little oxygen inside. That helps prevent the blanks from tarnishing while they are heated. When they come out, the blanks are still extremely hot. They are dropped into a quench tank filled with a water-based mixture. The solution cools them quickly, helps clean the surface, and keeps the blanks from sticking together. After that, the blanks are washed and dried. Then comes a step that gives a coin one of its most useful features. Each blank passes through an upsetting mill. The upsetting mill guides the blank through a groove that is slightly narrower than the blank itself. As it moves through, the outer edge is pushed upward, creating a raised rim. That rim is not just there for looks. It helps protect the design from wear, makes coins easier to stack, and helps control the metal during striking. Once the rim is in place, the blank is called a plancher. For most circulating coins, the plancher is now ready for the press. Some collector coins receive extra polishing first, but the everyday coins move straight into the next stage. This is the moment when a plancher becomes a coin. Inside the coin press, the plancher sits between 2 steel dies. One die carries the front design, known as the obverse. The other carries the back design, known as the reverse. Then the press comes down. In less than a second, both sides are stamped at once. The portrait, the date, the lettering, and the smallest details are pressed into the metal under enormous force. Depending on the coin, circulating presses use between 35 and 100 metric tons of pressure. A metal collar surrounds the plancher during the strike. Without it, the metal would spread too far outward under pressure. The collar holds the plancher in place and helps create the finished edge. For dimes and quarters, it creates the small ridges around the edge. Those ridges are called reeding. The process moves fast. A circulating coin press can strike about 750 coins per minute. With dozens of presses working at the Philadelphia and Denver facilities, the Mint can produce millions of coins in a single day. But the coins still have to pass inspection. Throughout production, inspectors check samples for problems, weak details, missing letters, damaged surfaces, or incorrect edges. If a batch does not meet Mint standards, it is removed from the line. Those rejected coins go to a machine called a waffler. The machine bends them and leaves wavy marks across the surface, making sure they can never accidentally enter circulation. The metal is then recycled. The coins that pass inspection are counted, weighed, and loaded into large storage bags. When those bags are full, they are heavy enough to be moved by forklifts. Then comes the final part of the journey. The U.S. Mint makes the coins, but it does not hand them directly to the public. Federal Reserve banks order coins from the Mint and distribute them through banks and credit unions across the country. That is how a quarter, dime, or nickel goes from a massive metal coil to a cash register, a laundromat, a vending machine, or your pocket. A coin may be small. It may only be worth a few cents, but it is built to be dropped, carried, stacked, spent, and passed from one person to another for years. So the next time you hear a coin hit a counter, remember what it took to make it: fire, force, and precision. Thanks for watching. For more stories about the hidden systems that shape our world, subscribe to Aevor Planet.